Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. This is YY Mission. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. YY Mission's affiliate camp of GMS. Just want to go into the fact that as gold rises, okay, so will the men of the Lord, okay, in these times of judgment. And this is a good thing for service of the Lord, men of the Lord, okay, prophets and whatnot. And this is a bad sign for Esau. So I want to bring out some videos and go into the article.
É uma modo de ver assim, eu podia estar no clube, então tem esse ponto, já não é. Na verdade é uma. É uma modo de.
Okay, so you can see the one
É uma modo de ver assim.
the 144 on the scale. Okay, you see the refiner process that men of the Lord, servants of the Lord, that are basically going through, just like how the gold is being refined, moving out impurities, bad character traits, and things that the Lord cannot use, okay, in the improving process of men of the Lord, okay, to be in His image, okay, and you basically see, how it is, okay. So, in these times of judgment, it's a lot going on, okay, and as like I said, as gold rises, this is a good thing, okay, for the men of the Lord, okay, and not good for Esau, okay. Esau has over decades and years oppressed or suppressed Yahweh's currency. We know that gold and silver is the currency of the Most High, okay. Bring out some scriptures and whatnot to back this up. Okay.
Is at its highest. So a year ago, it was around 30% less than today. So let's talk about pawn shops. So a customer comes in and has a chain that they were getting $100 on. As of today, they're getting more than $130 for the same item. So it's like a wearable investment.
Wonderful. And what are you seeing from customers? Are they bringing in their gold? Are they buying gold? What are some of the trends?
So the trends have always, in the pawn shop, we see a lot of people coming in for gold. People need money. They need to put gas in their car. They need to put food on the table. They need to keep a roof over their head. So they use that as a means of getting money each and every week. Now, a lot of people come in daily because they need money that day. They'll get their item out of pawn the next couple days, but then they'll bring it back because everybody tries to make ends meet. Having gold around their neck really is important.
And are you seeing people selling their gold mostly, or wanting
Pawning.
a loan? Yeah.
So we're a pawn shop. The majority of people that walk through the door really only want a loan on their merchandise. They're involved with it. It's part of their life. They really don't want to sell it. We do, let's say, 500 loans per day. Then we only do 3 people coming in to sell their items. So most of the people that come in want to pawn it. They want to get it back.
I see. Okay.
And then, so in the pawn business, so 80% of the people that pawn their items get their items back. A lot of people think that people pawn it and they never see it again. In the pawn business, between 80 and 90% of the people pick their merchandise up.
And I know you've been in the pawn business for a really long time. You had your own show at one point.
We
what
did.
was that experience like? And I know it's been a little bit since you had that TV show. I guess what was that experience like for you?
Well, you can't explain, we were on Hardcore Pawn for 6 years. It changes your life. You could have never imagined being on international television. Right now we're even more popular than we were when we were on network TV.
Okay, so you see Esau basically dancing around straightforward questions about gold. Okay, he's in the pawn industry, and it's basically not good right now for him, okay, because he has to loan out money as collateral basically, and people are coming back for their gold, and he's not going to be able to make money. If he was able to hold on to that gold and resell it or hold or hoard it, okay, and accumulate it, okay, yeah, it would be lucrative. So this is not good for Esau and, in the pawn business, okay. So when people come back and pick up their gold, whatever, okay, or their item or product or uh, material good that was basically majority gold or whatnot, that is a hit, that is a loss for Esau, okay, and that's not good. But if he was able to hold on to that gold, if they was once they sell it or pawn it, that's it, okay, he would make money, okay, he would be happy, he would be telling people, come in, bring your gold in, because we know Esau is a snake, okay. But he's not basically saying that. And also that is the same sentiment in the stock market, okay. As gold goes up, that means that the fiat currency, the dollar, okay, these currencies around the world, paper currencies, are no good, they're losing their value, okay. And that is the Most High. You cannot put him in a box or suppress the Most High. He's going to show you that he is a power to be reckoned with, okay. And man does not understand, okay, especially these heathen, okay. So gold futures settled at their highest level record on Friday, with most active June contract, okay, at $3,244.60 an ounce, okay. It's up $67 or 2.1%, okay. So it's up. Gold has broken through 300, excuse me, sorry, 3,000 an ounce, okay. But that number isn't finished. It is a finish line. It's a flare, okay, a signal, announcement that something much bigger is happening underneath the surface. And we know that that this kingdom is ending, okay, underneath the surface, okay. And Esau is being brought down, and Jacob is being risen up. And this is a correlation. As gold, physical gold rises, so will the men of the Lord, okay, that are going through this refining process. Their value will increase as well, okay. So this is a good indicator. Bad for 2/3 and heathens, good for men of the Lord, servants of the Lord, okay. Because when gold is surging, it doesn't mean that the economy is booming. It means the opposite. See, it means things are breaking or have already broken, right? Okay, because right now, Esau's trying to get out of the paper currency and move to a digital currency. But we know that the Most High is gonna his enterprise shall fail. Okay, Yahweh Shah will come back and disrupt that and destroy that. Okay. So he can see that, okay, the old way is returning, okay, the ancient ways of doing things are returning, okay. Gold rises when trust folds, when systems wobble, when people start asking whether the people in charge are really, truly in charge, and we know that they're not, okay. We see that the trust is waning, okay, the faith in America, okay, Babylon the Great, okay, and his Esau's global system that he set up is fading fast. Okay, people don't have trust in that no more, so they're going to try to run the gold, but gold will not be able to sustain them and whatnot. Metal resilience. Okay, we know gold is a very resilient metal. It's very electronical, conducts electricity, and it doesn't rust. Okay, the yellow metal has shown resilience even as some investors sold gold to generate liquidity as the stock market purged. Okay, plunged following President Donald Trump's Liberation Day tariffs on April 2nd. Okay, gold typically is a source of liquidity and initial market sell-offs with mild price declines, after which is typically stabilized as a haven from volatility and risk. Okay, and Esau likes to diversify his portfolio. He likes to put stuff here, put there. He doesn't put all his eggs in one basket, but Yahweh is putting all his eggs in one basket, and he has a choice revenue or choice currency, and that is gold, okay, and silver, but particularly gold, okay. Just like how his favorite number is 7, completion. He has a favorite metal or favorite currency, okay, and that is gold, okay. All right, Trump trade policy changes are reminding investors that gold is the only currency that is not someone else's debt. See, and what is China doing right now? Dumping treasuries, bonds, okay, U.S. debt, okay. And they're buying gold like crazy. All currencies other than gold are backed by faith and credit of the issuing nation, and the faith and credit of Babylon the Great is going down on the scale. Okay, they used to have A1 credit. Okay, these nations had different credit ratings. They have what now, D or C credit rating. It's probably worse. Okay, subject to the stability of governments and their policy. And these governments, these Capitol Hills, these mountains, okay, they are unstable right now, okay, because the Most High is taking their stability, okay, he's making them write draconian laws, okay, and he's one up in them, okay, he's getting his revenge, he's bringing wrath to this place, okay. All right. Gold imports, meanwhile, are exempt from Trump tariffs. Okay, that reflects the metal's unique, okay, status as the monetary metal, critical to financial markets and central bank reserves. Okay, said Trump tariffs did not change the way investors view gold; they reinforced it. Gold has long been seen as a store of value in times of uncertainty, and administration's tariff-centric policy approach, okay, coupled with the accompanying volatility seen in both the bond and stock markets, has only further strengthened that perception. Okay, so yeah, uh, gold is making a comeback, and so will the men of the Lord. Okay, servants of the Lord. Okay, that are out here prophesying and having 100% truth. Okay, starting with the apostles and elders, GMS all the way down. Gold won't make you rich overnight, but it might stop you from becoming poor over time. Right, and time is something that Esau knows he doesn't have anymore. That is why gold is not a it's cause for celebration that it's going up and whatnot. Okay, uh, they need, Esau wants money fast. He likes to make his money fast and quick and over time. All right, and the only way, the next thing he could do is what, plug in and lock and load that digital currency. That's the only next hit that he can get the same effect that somewhat that the paper fiat currency would give him. But we know that that's not going to come to a full tuition. Okay, fruition. Like gold has held up very well during challenges, equality market conditions. Okay, gold's big move. While the speed of gold's move is significant, shows that it isn't just a rally. This is a rapture. Okay, she provided examples of when gold broke through a milestone price, such as 2,000 an ounce during COVID. Each time it wasn't a celebration. See, it was a symptom. It was a warning light flashing on the global dashboard. Okay, people are realizing that gold isn't for the end of the world. It's for the world we're in. Okay, so that's what we're seeing right now. All right.